It's really weird. Whenever I log back into this game, I always completely forget what I was doing before I stopped playing. And it's only been a week. It's like I do my recordings for my series every Sunday morning. Well, except for Skyrim. I do my recordings for Skyrim last March. It's been a while since I've recorded more of that. But that doesn't mean the series is over. There's still like 100 and something videos to go in my backlog. And then obviously I'll make more. But yeah, anyway, back to this. This is Bloodletter Messi. Well, she's got quite the eyebrows on her. I don't remember her looking quite like that. What's she got? Is this like a little eyebrow? No, that's a leech. Sorry, I thought her job was like twist eyebrows maniacally, like like people twist their moustache. But she's a woman, so she doesn't have one. So what do I have to do now? I have to question Nurse Bronwyn about her behaviour. Oh, the nurse was acting weird. Oh my god, it's a World War I dude. What are you doing here? What's your name? Forrester Glib. Back from the trenches. We'll meet again. No, that was World War II, wasn't it? That song? I don't know. Well, it wasn't like... I realised the song wasn't like a war in itself or anything. It wasn't the official song of the war. But from that era, I don't think it was out during World War One. I only really know it from Salad Fingers anyway. What are we doing? Collect 3 leeches and diagnose 2 sims. Okay, let's diagnose this guy. He's I mean, I know what's wrong with him. He's suffering from chrono displacement. He's in completely the wrong historical period, but let's just sort it out anyway. Yep. Definitely in the wrong time period. And this guy, I bet, is going to be sick with a terrible haircut. Yep. Oh no, he's in good health. Oh, okay. I don't know. I disagree completely, but whatever Messi says, she's the doctor, not me. Now, let's go harvest these leeches and investigate this nurse. Where do I harvest leeches? The river, I guess. Probably in the old fishing hole. No, that's to fish. Maybe I have to fish for them. Do you fish for leeches? They're from water anyway, I think. They like swim around. I mean, they don't have legs or anything, so I assume... no, that's trout. Where can I harvest a leech? Maybe it says. No, it doesn't. Doesn't say at all. Under a rock maybe or something, or in a lake or... No. You know what, I'm not too bothered with it. Let's just investigate this nurse. There she is. Question her. Go on, get to it. Faster. Here she comes. Look at her down here, hanging out with all these sailors. I bet that's her secret. She's some kind of pirate. Or smuggler or something. Or, she's a dolphin. Oh my god, she's a dolphin sent to infiltrate the city and cause all kinds of trouble. Oh, look at her. She's got weird, like, smoke coming out of her head. That's her secret. She's on fire. And she's covering it up with a hat. Being very creative, you know? There's a bad omen over the clinic, and we are cursed for working here. We've seen so much death, so much blood. I don't know if I can stay there. What do I have to do? Befriend her now? Ask her to return to work. Oh. Well, I have to befriend her to do that. I don't see why I have to be her friend to get her to go back to work. I'm her boss, you know? I just, I should really be able to order her. I shouldn't have to ask her what kind of music she likes first. I mean, if my boss came up to me and said, Connor, I need you to fold those cardboard boxes into pyramid shapes, because obviously that's the kind of workplace task I do, I wouldn't say something like, can we talk about music first? I mean, I'm not really up for it, you know? I like you as a boss, but not as a friend. I don't think I'm ready to listen. I mean, you can't do that. That'll just get you in trouble. Okay, let's ask her to please return. And I mean, we're asking her to please return as well. It's not even that we're being rude about it. Just saying, please, will you return to work? I don't even have to give that please. I just, no, it didn't work. Okay, I guess we have to butter her up a little bit more. Like, literally. We'll go get some butter. We'll throw it at her. We'll let it slide down. Grease her up loads, and then we'll kind of slide her along the road back up to the clinic. I think that's where the expression to butter someone up comes from. Back in the olden days, when how they got people to return to work. She's chivalrous. I don't think she is, really. I think she's very, very rude. And an agnostic. And what else have we learned about her? Are we learning more now? We're just chatting. Oh, let's see. Did I see? Oh, I saw some stuff there, but it disappeared before I had a chance to read it. Look at her. It's like, hey, you gonna come back to work? Of course I will! She seems reluctant, but at least she's returning to work. The clinic needs its nurse. There's much to be done. I don't know why I've decided that Messi sounds like that, but that's her new voice. Because my girl voices all sound nearly identical. I have to give her something different. And that's really all I can think of. Return to the clinic. Okay. This is an easy one. Bit of a no-brainer. Bam! Success! Now that Nurse Bronwyn is back to work and attending to the daily chores, I can concentrate on catching up with my medicine crafting. Yes, you can. Is that it sorted? That was easy. Let's craft a weak curative tonic. Grassweed, valor root, and wildflower. Ugh. Have to go picking flowers. This is not what doctors do. This is a gardener's job. I didn't create a gardener character. But let's see. We'll get a load of them anyway. Wildflowers, seeds, grassweed. I think that's some of the things that... Oh my god, there's a herb garden. I can just get everything from here. Can I get leeches here as well, I wonder? From whatever this is. It looks like a beehive or something. I don't know. Or a barbecue. I'm not sure. You wouldn't want to mix up a barbecue with a beehive in real life. Because, okay, it would be pretty inconvenient putting a load of bees in your barbecue. It would be even worse, I think, if you threw a piece of ham into a beehive. You'd probably get stung fairly badly. Could end up in hospital. I remember that on an episode of, I think it was 999 Lifesavers years ago. There was someone's house and there was like a wasp's net in the attic or something, and they went up to clear it out and they accidentally broke it and the whole house got full of angry wasps, and I think like someone got stung 390 times or something. But yeah, it's like you don't hear of it happening very often, but it still does make me very nervous if there's ever like a wasp's nest anywhere nearby. There was one in the back garden of our house a few years ago, and my dad just filled it in with cement. And I always felt a little bit bad for the wasps, because they're just, in there, sitting in their house, minding their own business, and then suddenly someone, like, bricks up the door, so they're all trapped in there in darkness, and they'll eventually have to, I don't know, eat each other for sustenance, or run out of air, or crawl through and find an escape route. It would be like The Descent, that film about the women in the big hole with the monstery things. I named one of my Minecraft videos after it recently. It just must be in my head. I haven't watched it in years. I don't know why it's popped up. Oh, there's something going on here. I can't do it! This place is cursed! Portents of doom are everywhere! Doom! Okay, so we're back to this. I have to sweep the floor because Bronwyn has abandoned her duties yet again. Brilliant. I mean, that's just lovely. And then I have to go calm her down. This isn't part of my job description as a doctor. I didn't become a doctor so I could cure sick people. Oh, wait. No, that's exactly why I'm a doctor. Well, not mentally sick people. I'm not a psychiatrist. Let's just have some dinner. Some trout soup. Trout soup. That sounds weird. Is that some kind of chowder? I think it would be. I think chowder is soup with fish in it. And I'm 90% sure a trout is a fish. No, I know a trout is a fish. I am not stupid. Here she is. Or it could be one of those things like a dolphin that's not actually a fish but a mammal. And that would really confuse me. Like a trout is a mammal. They have mammary glands hanging off the bottom like big trout boobies. And they give birth to live young. I don't think any of that is true. But what do I know about trout? I'm not a marine biologist. Who's this? This looks like old Queen Brindy, but with grey hair. But it's not. It's Servant Gertie. Probably some illegitimate child of the old queen, except that she's like twice her age. Illegitimate time-travelling child. Maybe she's the wife of that World War I dude. This is a whole subplot I haven't noticed. Nurse Bronwyn moaned. It was the sound of a defeated woman. She said, "It doesn't matter. I've already tried everything. Egg yolk under my bed at night, walking backwards through doors, carrying a pinch of Sageworth in my pocket. Nothing works. I am so jinxed." Bloodletter Messi nodded sympathetically. If I can... That wasn't the place. If I can find the counter curse that will remove the bad luck, will you return to work? A tiny spark of hope flashed across Nurse Bronwyn's face. Quietly she said, "Yes, Bloodletter Messi. Do you really think you can?" What do I have to do? Research superstitions for 2 hours. Where can I do that? What's this guy doing? Just insulting me? Who are you? What's going on? I'm just getting assaulted on the beach by these, This is an ambush Nurse Bronwyn has set up with her boyfriend here. She's trying to rob me just because I'm smelly. Let's go research stuff. I think I can probably do that back home. Maybe. Presumably the doctor can look stuff up in their own house. Here we go. Research superstition. Here we go. And look at these guys just having a bit of a wrestle in my waiting room. I should probably throw them out. I mean, they're making this guy look really uneasy. Jake the peasant. He's, you can see the nervousness in his eyes. He's just wondering, what the hell are these guys up to? Come on, when's this research going to be done? It's done. Is it? No. Oh my god, it takes more than one session of research. I'm really not used to this. Okay. Hours of research yielded little result. The problem with superstition was that by its very nature it was not based in measurable fact. Not like medicine at all. Most of the superstitions for dispelling a curse were either maddeningly vague or so bizarrely specific that they just couldn't be applied. There was one small hope, buried in the pages of fables and hollow traditions. A simple recipe guaranteed to remove any curse had been detailed by an enterprising young warlock almost 3,000 years ago. A 3,000-year-old book. That's going to crumble apart. I mean, she needs to keep that in a temperature-controlled space, not on a wooden shelf in a waiting room where strangers just wrestle and there's bread on the floor. What the hell is going on here? And look, there's some leaflet here as well. That's probably something about venereal diseases or something, you know, like they have in doctors' waiting rooms, just so people can go over and read it, like, have you thought about getting chlamydia? And then you read up on this information on it in the little leaflet. Anyway, they're always trying to sell you things at the doctors. Here's what the recipe said. Catch a freshwater toad, boil it in water, rub the concoction on the cursed person, and then throw the remains into the sea. As the tide washes away the remains, so will the curse be cleansed. Okay, that sounds like bullshit, but we'll give it a shot, I guess. And what's this? A big question mark. Who will we ask about curses? Whom will Bloodletter Messi ask about curses? Question the knowledgeable town crier Humphrey about curse remedies. Ask a well-travelled knight about curse remedies. Oh, well, Humphrey's just a bit of a loudmouth, but I do like his sideburns. And I don't really trust our well-travelled knight. What's his name? Starts with an S. I haven't played as him in a while. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I guess I'll ask him. I want to say Stanley, but I know that's wrong. Oh no, this is someone else. This is Sir Geoffrey the Inebriated. Why are you asking Geoffrey the Inebriated? We have another knight in town, a better one. Only moderately better, but, you know, better nonetheless. We'll do it in the morning anyway, because there's no more time tonight. It's after 1 in the morning. Well, it's technically the morning already, yeah, so gonna have to get some kind of rest. Look at this. Horseshoes on the floor here. I think Messi may actually be some kind of horse. These are her shoes she puts on in the morning. She's got awful calluses on her feet. She just gets up and nails a couple of these to the soles, and then she's set for the day, just to tromp around town, just clip-clop her way about. What are these? They're like little building blocks. They look like story cubes or something. You know those dice things you can get, and they have different pictures on them instead of numbers? So I think you're meant to kind of roll them and then tell a story based on the pictures that come up. Kind of good if you're running an RPG or something, just to get some kind of random element into the plot. I have a set of them, although it's dinosaur themed, so literally all my random plot elements I roll have to be about dinosaurs. It's like Brontosaurus or Stegosaurus. Look, here he is. He's right in your room. Sydney, that's his name. I knew it wasn't Stanley. But yeah, why not ask Sydney? He's a knight. He's actually in your bedroom. And, no, he's not drunk either. Well, not as far as I know. But yeah, we have to go ask this guy about charms. And we have to befriend him first as well. This drunken lout of a knight. Who's this following Messi? There's someone coming after her. The Watchman, Heloise. I presume it's meant to be like Eloise or something, but spelled very weird. Like how they spell names in Game of Thrones. It's like people have regular names, but spelt funny. So Robb Stark is just Rob, but with 2 B's. And then you have like Joffrey, which is just like Jeffrey, but they dropped an E. And I suppose it's meant to feel like it's old-timey versions of all modern names, but it's just really weird. It's like, I'm sure there's a Chaniqua going to turn up at some stage, spelled with a CH instead of an SH. I'm just waiting for that in the next book. Although, actually, I haven't read to the end of the books yet, so it could still be in one of the ones that's already out. At the moment, what one am I on? I'm on part 2 of book 3. I'm not sure if that's classed as the 4th book or if they've got a Final Fantasy X-2 thing going on, so they're just kind of saying, you know, it's Game of Thrones 3-2. But it's a bit silly anyway. It is the 4th book, I guess, by any kind of logical measure. I have travelled far and wide in my day, but a word of advice to you. If you want to know old wives' tales, go and find yourself an old wife. I'm a lot of things. A drunk, a cheater, a drunk, but I'm no gossiping crone. Now where's my next tale? Okay, do I have to befriend a wife? Talk to 2 women. That's it. It's like, oh, the women will know. Messi is a woman. Shouldn't she know? I don't know. Maybe she doesn't. Maybe, maybe her years of medical experimentation have stripped her of her womanly wiles, so she doesn't know what's going on anymore. That would be terrible. That's these stink lines. That's what they are. That's her womanly instincts just escaping from under her arms into the atmosphere. Whoever breathes them in probably becomes a little bit more feminine. So she's just going to wander around the castle. She'll come back tomorrow and it'll be Queen George in charge.